All right, this is KevinSvensonCrypto. This is where we defy tyranny. Let's take a look at what's going on in the markets today. We've had a little bit of a pullback. It's really just a continuation of yesterday, consolidating, not really going anywhere too fast, 4 hours, showing that we could be going up a little bit further. There's a wick here. There's not a whole lot of volume, selling volume in this move, so I'm a little bit... I don't really think it means a whole lot. I'd say more sideways than anything. I've been looking at YouTube and Twitter a lot. There's a lot of negativity in this space. Everyone's thinking next year's going to be terrible, worse than this year. I just have a hard time imagining that. I have one friend I've been talking to, and he's just completely convinced that we're going to have a 2008 style crisis. The thing is, the big difference with that is that the Fed was not, at least obviously, in control of that situation. The last few years, the situation has been controlled by the governments, the central bank, the Fed. They printed a lot of money. They made the markets rise. They're like, wow, we've made it rise too much. We have inflation. Now they're taking away the money and they're putting interest rates. They're the ones in control. They're the ones at the steering wheel. Now, if they drive us into a hard crash, they're going to lose their jobs. They might have mobs in the streets. Jerome Powell seems like a nice guy, honestly. Like, he probably wants to have a good legacy. He wants to fix the situation. You can try to blame him a little bit, but really it's the government that's spending all the money. They're spending all these trillions of dollars, and they're the ones running the machines. Like, I just wonder how much, if it's his control, he's trying to fix the problems of the main government or whatnot. You just have to wonder a little bit. But yeah, this area that we dropped since the FTX, this just reminds me a lot of the low volume that we had in 2018 and after the big Craig Wright debacle. It's just, if you think about, the sentiment in peaks and troughs, and trough being the bottom of the market, the top of the last market, in my opinion, was probably Elon Musk and Dogecoin. Even though we came back to make a higher high, that was kind of a false high. When I say that, like, up here is when my portfolios were doing the best. And then Elon Musk came on to Saturday Night Live, and then the China FUD dropped us, and then we had another pull up. But this really shouldn't have happened. I don't think we should have made that top peak. I think it really would have been more of a structure like this. I mean, charts are always different, but just really, I think this peak lasted here. And I think this is one of the longest bear markets we've ever had. Definitely the most brutal, intense sell-off. We haven't had a whole lot of relief pressure or anything. It's just been complete brutality. So it's just something to think about. So that was the top, Elon Musk, you could say, and this was interest rates right here. So we've had drama down here with FTX FUD with Celsius and Voyager. FTX FUD is this. To me, that's the max. That's as big of as a news story as Elon Musk. FTX was the one bailing everybody else. That kind of, to me, signifies a sentiment bottom. Like, the sentiment is so bad that that's the bottom, right? So I just think we're going to be going sideways to up from here. I want to keep on saying that. If we get another drop down, 12K, 10K, that's going to be amazing. I just think there's going to be so many buyers that I just don't see it going down there for very long. It's going to be such an obvious opportunity. So that's where I'm thinking, the bears are going to start getting really upset when we start launching and they can't get those prices down there. They're going to be the ones max pain. People that have been shorting and not exiting their shorts, they're going to start getting into pain. If we get a big pump, what happens is everyone that's expecting the stuff to go down, they have to cover their positions on the short positions. Like, if you're a trader, if you're margin trading, you get liquidated at 10 and 20% moves. And if it goes up 10%, they have to buy back their positions or add more to their positions. Either way, it kind of fuels the market. So, anyway, I just think, the damage is mostly done. Though, one issue is that the Fear and Greed Index is still at 28. And I really wish it wasn't. I wanted to go down to 20. But, hard to say. If that really makes a huge difference or not. But I wanted to look at just, we're at 100. So the last bear market, the bottom part of it. Like we're talking about the painful part of that bear market. That was 119 days long, right? And we're already like a fair amount past that. I mean, we're at now 175 days, and we're at the confirmed bear market, which would be, well, I'll pull that up as well. Yeah, we're at 182 days. This is a worse bear market than the 2018 bear market, without a doubt. And that's just interesting to me. From peak to trough, let's see here. Date range. All right, so like our last bear market from the top to bottom, it went 370 days, right? From top 2017, bottom 2018, right? Yeah, so let's just extrapolate that. And we'll assume that the peak was actually in November, even though I really think that the first peak was the main one. So with that said, I mean, we're already further than that. We're at 413 days, 414 days. Now that is more similar to the 2014, 2015 bear market. Let's see. Pull that down if I can. There we go. Yeah, so peak to trough, there was actually two up. There's a double bottom. But, I mean, you can look at it from here. I would say, call it that, 413 days. But the double bottom, it does make it into the 600-day region. So, yeah. Just looking at that real quick. Yeah, I mean, so... But then again, this was a double peak cycle, right? We still got we could still have 600. We could still have another 100 days. But to think about that, like that's not a lot of time. I mean, to be able to accumulate in these areas, we do not have much time. So I would say, 100 days is only 3 months. That puts us in spring, which is, again, back to my kind of prediction of when things might start turning around. Maybe we start getting some good news. China reopens. Ukraine is okay. Maybe they work things out. Maybe our inflation starts coming down and, like, people start partying hard. Like, how amazing would that be? It'd be so amazing. Just really want the world to go back to some kind of normalcy. Yeah, I mean, just let's say... I think, yeah. All right, so I consider the 6K region from last bull market, like this line in the sand, is similar to our 28 to 30K region, which is right here. So if you're trying to accumulate in these low levels, these really just prime levels of accumulation with crypto, let's just see how much time we have left, and just we'll come back. All right, so we've done. We'll count that area there. So that's 182. Sorry, 500 days. Well, it's 182 days. So 170 days there. We've already surpassed that. Or we're very close to it. We've already surpassed that amount of time. So we're really just on borrowed time right now. It's just something. This is all just a gift, really. And a lot of these cryptos are back at levels they were at before 2019 and before the big pump. So it's like you're really getting a second chance to get in with these good cryptos that actually have real fundamentals. I mean, Cardano, Link, Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course. Like Those are the big players. Algorand, Aave. A lot of people have been talking about Algorand today. You could stake that. I believe on Coinbase it's like 6%. It's pretty cheap too right now. So not a bad price. Tezos also is a really, it looks terrible on the charts, but it's a really good coin, in my opinion. I don't know where this bleeding is going to stop. Went up to $9. Depends on which chart you're looking at, but the European Union's looking at using, or I think the Eurozone, European Union, they're looking at Tezos. XRP, just a little TA on this thing. Stochastic on the weekly is definitely about exhausted. Huh. But we really want to hold above the 28-cent level. We really don't want to come back down to 22 cents or anything like that. That would be very bad. It's more likely that we've already kind of bottomed here. XLM, which is the competitor to XRP, looks a lot like Cardano, actually. And we really want to hold this level as well. I just think we're kind of having this final capitulation event the last couple days of the year. Once again, back to the tax loss harvesting, and people are just getting their last. This has been a terrible year, and I think people just they're just getting out of whatever positions they think are no good. And honestly, the definition of capitulation, I've had a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm selling my Doge, I'm selling this." You might as well just wait a year or two and wait for the next pump. At least wait for it to go up in some kind of respect. Even if there will be another bull run of some kind. There'll at least be a big relief rally. It's shouldn't you wait for that? We haven't had any relief this entire year. So, just doesn't make any sense to me. But Cardano is looking pretty rough, that's for sure. How much longer can it really? Look at Cardano is so oversold. It's just so juicy right now, so juicy. Wish I had more money to buy this stuff. It's just looks so juicy. And I think this is just a big layup for the big institutions to come in. I think overall, BE chain. I really think this. I guess we could end up doing some kind of like that and then going up like that. I could see that happening, but I think I just think it's more likely that we get up and then come back down and then go up like that. It's just my interpretation of things. Tesla's getting a little bit of a bounce here, getting a weekly green. It doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's just been completely brutalized. Everyone talks about how crypto is so much more volatile than the stock markets, and there's some. So Shopify is down 90%. Just for to show here a little bit here. Tesla is down 71. It was down 71%. Actually, a little bit more. Let's see, 72, 73%. That's incredible. I believe in Elon, and I believe that Tesla, their technology is pretty great. I think this will more likely, if I had to guess how this is all going to go, maybe it would start to bounce and create a triangle and bounce down, and then go on up again. It's just going to create another whole other thing. Assuming that Tesla doesn't go out of business, and I don't think they will. This just makes sense to me. I just think next year is going to be a lot more bullish. And what would be the catalyst? Once again, Ukraine, China reopening, interest rates easing, and then the big thing that everyone is really kind of waiting for is what is Q4, quarter four earnings going to be, and what what happened with the holidays. Like when people start reporting that, like if we get really bad ratings on the, like really bad reports financially on the holidays, that could be really bad. But I kind of think that the earnings are going to be good. Everyone's in debt. Everyone's been putting their everyone. When I went out shopping, I feel like I saw just as many people as usual. Didn't seem like less for the most part. Maybe a little less, but not noticeably. I think a lot of people put up all their money on. They still paid money. It's just everyone's in debt, and it is what it is. But the earnings are still going to be positive for the companies. So we'll have to see. I also noticed that there's just once again I've been seeing just a lot of negativity in the air. I've been watching Altcoin Daily and the Paul Barron Network. They seem to they were talking about his stance is that we haven't seen a recession yet. It's going to be coming, and that next year's going to be worse. And I feel like some of these influencers that are being paid, they're actually paid by insiders and institutions to keep the markets down further. I mean, it's all jawboning. Everyone's just talking and trying to keep it down right now. All it takes is Powell to come out and be like, hey, we're going to do 50% and then 25%, and that's going to be it. Or, hey, we're going to pivot or something like that. Or just we're going to start buying assets again, but we'll keep on the interest rates. All it takes is just one little piece of good news that might be propped up. And I have a hard time seeing them wanting to destroy anything. This is the Crown Trading channel. It's his app. He's a really interesting trader. I'm not really a huge trader guy. I mean, I do trade, but I'm not as big into it. And a couple months ago, the negative funding rate completely spiked off the chart, and this was when the FTX debacle happened about. And it's just, I think there's just a lot of people overly short, and apparently on the stock market also, the shorts have never been this high. The speculation of it going lower has never been this high, and when that tends to happen, that's when markets surprise people. Doesn't mean anything for sure, but it's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Just kind of curious what else is getting destroyed. Oh, Hex. Yeah, that's Richard Hart. Yeah, that's his crypto. I'm never a big fan of this dude, but oh man, Sol got hit 28%. I didn't know it was that bad. Ooh, Zilliqa got hit pretty hard. That's unfortunate. I really do like my Zill. Wow. Oof. Rough. God. I really liked my Zill. 1.7. It's alright. Rank 100, though. It'll be alright, maybe. I can't believe, I'd be very careful with Luna Classic. I would not mess with anything Luna. Not until there's actually some kind of possibility for ICP might be if. See, I got into that thing at $100. I'm still trying to average in, get my average in price lower. But I think this BitBoy has been doing a lot of work with them, and I think that they're very positive about ICP. It's Internet Computer Protocol, I think, something like that. Yeah. A lot of people are really bullish about Cosmos, Atom, and I think as long as that continues, I don't think this one's going to go anywhere. BitDAO, I'm not so familiar with that. Quant might be a pretty good price level. Where are we at? 110. A lot of people are all about that. For me, it just seems too pricey. Yeah. I've been told to start watching this Crypto Panic channel just for news and updates. Something to probably take a look into. Let's see if Crypto Watch is working for me. And this is an app that's really great because you actually get your volume profile on it as well. I thought that I had. Thought I already had everything set up on this thing. maybe not. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think overall everything is just really down, and it's going to be down until the beginning of next year. But if we can at least hold on to some of these levels, it's going to be pretty solid. Dot's really looking juicy. I mean, how much more pain? I mean, let's check the. I mean, most of these cryptos are down 95%. Let's check this one down. 92%. 92, 93%. Looks juicy to me. And you can stake that crypto for 12%, up to 12% on crypto.com. And there's other ways you can stake it as well. It's just very, very juicy. I just think we're getting this is it. This is the last up. I keep saying it. That's what I think. Take a look at the hourly chart real quick. See if there's. Yeah, it kind of looks like it wants to go down, but that's not very convincing. 2 hourly chart seems like it wants to go down on the stochastic. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, actually. 3 hour kind of does want to turn down as well. It'd be kind of funny though. Like, you only have one more day, a trading day of the year. The market's just completely tank. The last day of 2022 would be ridiculous. Yeah, let's see what happens. Trying to search my mind for anything else that saw today. I pretty much just watch a lot of news and crypto YouTubers. Crypto Zombies great, BitBoy Crypto, Crypto Banter. Their links are provided below, and I get a lot of my news and updates from them. They give me ideas of what to talk about or what to look at. And please hit the likes and hit the subscribe button. Leave comments below. Any kind of feedback, constructive feedback is always appreciated. But yeah, I work all day and I listen to crypto stuff all throughout, and then at the end of the day, I try to post videos and TA. There's just really not, it's from a technical perspective. I do like to try to trade on some of these patterns. Like I had an inverse head and shoulder pattern. I called that it would hit this level. It didn't hit it there, but it did hit it there. So I mean, I was correct in that. A lot of these patterns do play out. Right now, we're just not in any kind of pattern at all. We're just in another kind of a bear flag consolidation. It's just not a whole lot to talk about, unfortunately. And I just think we're in a giant falling wedge. It's going to break eventually. Eventually, this thing's going to blow. So these are generational buy opportunities. That's all I have to say there. So, and even like the tech stocks, NASDAQ tech, Tesla, like I was just saying, I mean, you look at Apple, probably has some more pain ahead, I would think. It may just go sideways. I mean, it's broken its trend. It is making lower high. This is like one of the concerning charts, I would say. But I mean, if we come down here, this is the crypto panic. Yeah, Apple is the one that really is defying everything. So we'll see. I don't want to say one way or another. Actually, I do want to look at. So crypto is following stock markets to a pretty high degree. I mean, the stocks fall, without a doubt, crypto will fall as well. But the Dixie, this is the U.S. dollar strength, and it's probably prepping for a bounce. And if that bounce is very aggressive, then that means stocks will probably go down. And here's the S&P. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing this kind of. Let's find my. Sorry, I need to clean this up. Once again, new computer. I'm going to really get my act together here in the next few days. The next posting. I think I also did want to look at the total market cap. So, yeah, the crypto total market cap exclude BTC. We're still hovering. We are still below the 200-week moving average, which is unfortunate. Everyone's constantly looking at Bitcoin for what's going to happen, and I think that's kind of annoying. I don't think that's the right way to look at things. But it's extremely oversold, and it's hovering on the previous all-time highs and the previous bull market breakout. Makes sense to me. As long as we hold these levels, I'm pretty optimistic. That's the Dixie. Trying to find. All right, let's just look at the Dow Jones. Which, interestingly enough, really is the Dow Jones actually outperforming? That's interesting. SP. Trying to find. There we go. Well, that doesn't make sense. That's not right. There we go. Here we go. I am sorry. Okay. This is what everyone's freaking out about. Everyone keeps on looking at this as if it's going to crash like in 2008. And we have to be honest, like, this does look very similar to this pattern. Very similar to both of these patterns. But again, like, the government is the one in control, so if they pull the plug, they're going to be the ones having to answer for it. Everyone's just expecting it, so to me, it just makes sense that it won't do that. But the 200-week moving average is holding up steady. So, to me, I think next year might be a little bit better. I think we're going to get through this. Ultimately, it's it. So, hang in there. Keep rocking it. Keep working. Keep stacking sats. Silver actually has been breaking out as well. Just for you people that might be into gold and silver, it's looking pretty healthy, like a healthy breakout. So, something to look into. But that's it for me today. I think Dixie might have a run to test up. It's had a very hard drop, so it might pull back up, consolidate a little bit before the next drop down. So we'll see about that. But we'll check back in tomorrow. Just stay strong. Another day left of this year. It's a terrible financial year, and we'll get through this. All right. Peace.